Welcome to Destination Staffordshire's Advanced Facebook webinar for small business. This Advanced Facebook webinar follows on from our Fundamentals of Facebook webinar. So for any of you who are yet to see that, you might find it more useful to watch the Fundamentals of Facebook first and then move on to this webinar after that. As with previous webinars, we're going to split this webinar into 3 parts so that you can break down the activities and the things that you learn about your Facebook. So to start with, I wanted to just discuss what we will cover across the whole of the webinar. First of all, in part 1, we're going to cover how to optimize your Facebook page or group. Then we're going to cover using advanced content ideas to build audience. And then we're going to talk about the basics of Facebook advertising. So in this first part of the Advanced Facebook webinar, we're going to start by looking at how to optimize your Facebook page or group. I have spoken about this in previous webinars. It has been discussed in most of the marketing webinars that you will watch, which is about defining your customer journey. It's really important that you have your customer journey in the forefront of your mind at any time that you're doing marketing, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, website, or anywhere else. Because if you are aware of how any of your marketing influences each stage of the customer journey, you're able to then ensure that the content you use, that the audience you're accessing, and the tactics that you're using will fully be appreciated by those who are on that customer journey. So defining the customer journey starts with dreaming, as we've already spoken about. Dreaming is where the journey starts. And if you think about your customer's journey on Facebook, that dreaming will often happen via people's personal profiles, with videos or photos from friends who are enjoying days out or have had holidays, and will be where they ask for recommendations and start to search pages about, maybe from adverts, maybe not from adverts, about the types of leisure activity or tourism activity that they want to take part in. So it's as part of that dreaming phase, you want to be clear on your Facebook page exactly what you want your audience to do during that dreaming phase. What are you providing on your Facebook page that allows that dreaming to happen easily and quickly? So have you got videos? Have you got a featured video, which we'll talk about in a moment? What are your photographs like? Do they exemplify the kinds of experiences and feelings that they will get once they attend your event, stay at your place, visit your attraction? If you think about how your Facebook page functions during each stage of the customer journey, then it will really help you to maximize the benefits of being on the platform. So dreaming is where it starts. Then we move down to planning. And planning, again, is crucial and often done purely on social media platforms. Quite often people don't click through to websites at all. It's important that your Facebook page provides the opportunity for the user to find all the information and plan their entire trip via your Facebook page, because they may not want to click away onto your website. They might be most used to Facebook. They may decide that Facebook is where they want to stay, because they're receiving messages from friends and they're interacting in other ways at the same time. So it's really important that your Facebook page facilitates all the planning elements as part of their journey. So does this include how accessible you are? Does this include your location, your pricing, how to book? Does it include Facebook Messenger so that they can ask a few last minute questions? So as I'm talking to you as part of this webinar, have a think about the Facebook page you already have, and clearly and dispassionately see if you can pick apart your page to see if it is fulfilling that planning stage for the customer's journey? Is it giving the customer exactly what they want? We move then on to booking. So the customer journey goes on to booking. Again, is your Facebook page providing them maximum opportunity to book, make that decision and book with you? Have they got the ability to discover enough information to take that decision? And is there a clear call to action that allows them to book straight away? The next stage of the journey, experiencing, really can be seen in two ways. Either they are currently experiencing your place. Have you or your page given them maximum opportunity to share that with friends, be part of a group where they can share their experiences? Has your page enabled them to easily tag in other friends or tag you into their posts on their own personal feed? Do they know what your tag is? Do they understand what your username is? All these things are really important when you're considering that part of the customer journey. Finally, the sharing, well, getting back to experiences, and we've talked about the experiences and sharing, but the other element of the experience is, has your Facebook page got plenty of content on it to help them imagine what the experience will be like when they book with you? So if they are yet to visit you or yet to stay with you, then have you given them enough content on your Facebook page to really help them fall in love with what you do, to imagine what their experience is going to be like, to really feel confident and happy to book with you and make that buying decision? So that is your customer journey, and it's really important that you have that at the forefront of your mind as you optimize your Facebook page and really make the most of it. So in terms of optimizing your page, the first thing that I suggest that you do is to check out your About section. When you go onto lots of Facebook pages, it's surprising how many of them have a very meager or non-existent About section. If you head over to your settings at the top of your page on your desktop, you will get access to your About. And this really does two things. First of all, obviously, it clearly and quickly tells users exactly what your Facebook page is all about, and it explains to them what they might expect from this page. But secondly, it also constitutes the meta title of your Facebook page. So when Google, as a result of any search, is crawling over the internet to find suitable results to give to their users, then the About section of your Facebook page is the meta title of that Facebook page. So if you are called Rose Cottage B&B, you don't want your About section to say we are Rose Cottage B&B, because that doesn't provide any answers to a search term within Google. But you might want to say relaxing romantic bolt hole in the heart of Staffordshire countryside, for example, which will provide the kinds of answers for the searches that are going on Google. So be very careful to construct your About section carefully and with the keywords or key phrases that you use in other areas on the internet. So what is the meta title of your Facebook page? Does it match your Instagram bio? Does it match your Twitter bio? And does it match the meta title on your website? It's really important that you have that similarity and parity across the whole of the internet in order that Google can fully understand that you are a 3D company, i.e. you have good quality updated information on lots of different platforms. The other thing to note here is not only list your website as part in your About section, make sure that your website is in there, but also make sure that your website links back to Facebook, because this two-way linking really will help from an SEO point of view, that is search engine optimization point of view. So make sure that those matching keywords and phrases have that overall digital uniformity to allow Google to better understand what your business is about. The second thing that we can do is, as I've already mentioned, make sure that you have checked your about page, and also your website has been added, your phone number, and that goes without saying, and make sure that your PIN and your map is correct if you have one, but also make sure that your category is right. So when we talked in Fundamentals of Facebook about what sort of category your Facebook page is, we talked about whether it was simply a local business or an organization or a famous person or a charitable organization. Facebook now gives you a much better choice when you want to categorize what sort of page your business page is. So you might like to list it as a local business, and then it will give you another subcategory, for example, that might then say you are a hotel or travel organization or an events organization. This again really helps people find your Facebook page once they are within Facebook itself, or it further supports Google as it crawls across the internet trying to find the perfect results for any searches that their users make. So be aware that Facebook changes these categories, improves them, and makes them more in-depth all the time. And so go back to your About section, have a little look at your categories and see if you can improve them, see if they are now giving you an option that improves your Facebook categorization and optimizes your page in a better way. Talking about optimizing your call to action, then, we have already mentioned it earlier on that the customer journey is to be at the forefront of your mind when you're optimizing your page. And it's important then that you are holding the hand of your audience to take them to where you want them to be. Your call to action button is the big blue button on the right at the top of the page on your Facebook page if you're using desktop. If you're using mobile, then it is the big blue button underneath your picture. And this really needs to be, or needs to take, the user to the most important place that your business requires. So that might be sign up. So sign up to an email subscription, for example. You could have that clicking through to a MailChimp account where you wanted people to hear more regularly from you. This is a great option because of Facebook's algorithm, they may not always see your updates on Facebook. They may miss information. So if you can get people to sign up to your email, then you can guarantee that they receive the information you want them to hear. So you might want to sign up as your most important business need. It might simply be Book Now. For those of you with accommodation, Book Now would seem the most sensible option. And make sure that the URL within the Book Now is the URL that takes them straight to the booking bit. So that might be an OTA, so it might be a third-party platform where your bookings take place, or more likely it's your website. And make sure that it does give them the opportunity to click straight through to booking and not just to the front page of your website. And if you have two options, either a third-party OTA or you have the option of sending them to your website for a live booking, head to the website. Always drive them back to your business. After all, that reduces the chance of you having money taken off you from the OTA, and it also helps them reinforce their understanding of your brand and business. There are other CTA options, obviously. So it's Contact Us, which might give you the option of them calling you or emailing. It might be to use an app or shop now or to watch a video. They give you lots of different options. So it's really important that you choose the most useful thing in your business. It's worth noting here too that we've already talked about in the fundamentals of Facebook, the importance of a profile picture and a cover picture and what that can do for you, making it seasonal, bright, informative, interesting. But what you might like to do is use software material like canva.com or maybe PicMonkey or Photoshop to create a little bit of writing over the top of that image on your cover to invite people to use the CTA button. So this works nicely, especially on desktop. So you might have a little banner with a little arrow that says, sign up today, be the first to hear. Or maybe if, for example, if it is a sign up button, you want to add the incentive. Why would they want to sign up? So instead of it just being the blue button on its own, sign up, you may want to sell that to them by adding a few words on the cover picture. So that's another useful way of really taking your Facebook page up to the next level. We talked in the fundamentals of Facebook about the difference between a page and a group, so we don't need to revisit that. Head over to that webinar if you'd like to hear that again. But Facebook is quite interested in encouraging us as Facebook page administrators to create linked groups to that page, so that as people are on your Facebook page, they can see or spot that you have a group that's associated with that page, that allows you effectively to get in contact with other fans of that page over a common interest, a common concern, or a campaign. So for example, if you have an organization, or you have a business with several different arms to it, and maybe you do craft courses as well as accommodation, then it might be that you create a group for those people who are interested in the craft side to go in and have a chat about their particular hobby or crafting activity. This isn't for everyone, and what I would say is it's important that you understand what business benefit it might have to have a group that's linked to your page before you go ahead and just do that because everybody else is. Have a little think about whether this is seriously going to be useful for you, and whether it's going to help support or delight your audience as well. On Facebook, you can set up reviews and recommendations. So reviews are on Facebook pages that have places. So for those of you who have a map, you want to encourage people to use reviews on Facebook, because those reviews are often written by their friends. So reviews will immediately give Facebook the signal that your page is a good quality page that belongs to a good quality, regularly updated business. And this really helps Facebook feel more inclined to deliver your Facebook page as a result to any searches that go on within Facebook itself. Not to mention providing more supporting evidence as somebody travels along their customer journey that your business is worth engaging with and booking. Recommendations also occur on Facebook. For those of you who don't have a location and you're providing a service maybe, then it could be that you just have recommendations, and those are equally as valid and very important to try and gather. On the left-hand side of your page, as you look at it on a desktop, you have a series of menu items, or these are called tabs, down on the left-hand side. These can be reorganized into order that suit your business the best. So if you go to your settings and then page details, or edit page, you can then decide which order those tabs are going to be in. So if you've got a business where you have an introductory video, for example, then having videos up there on high up on the tab option would be valid. If you have a tab with a TripAdvisor integration, we'll talk about those in a minute, then that would be valid and really useful if you think that that's going to best support your customers or your audience to travel along their customer journey to the point of booking. You might decide that you simply want your photos tab to be quite high up because you have a series of fantastic photos that support, again, the evidence that your business and your organization is a great place to book or a great place to be. Think carefully about how you organize your tabs too, because Facebook won't show all those tabs all the time. It will show, probably depending on the app that's being used on a tablet or a phone or the desktop, will probably show the first 3 or 4 only, and then they will have to click for more or scroll to the left to find out what more tabs there are. So again, to optimize your page, have those most popular choices at the top. And also engage Messenger. Facebook Messenger is increasingly being used by your customers and by users to stay in contact and get in contact with businesses and their pages. Quite often you will feel that you have put maximum amount of information on your page, but still in a way to connect with humans better, or because people don't read pages effectively or they're quickly scrolling, people will often jump straight to Messenger in order to ask you that quick question. And again, this helps them along their customer journey. You're helping them and holding their hand and giving them every opportunity to have their questions answered. So it is worth switching on your Messenger service. What I would say is that you set up the autoresponder within Messenger. This again can be done via your settings in order that you can clearly and professionally tell them when you're not available to answer messages, in case you're getting any in the middle of the night, or that you have, international audiences who may message at funny times of the day or night. That's not to say that you're switching you're being less helpful and switching off your Messenger at any time. It just means that you can leave a rather lovely message saying that we're very interested in your message, but we'll get back to you by 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, or whatever it is. So that's really important. Make sure that you're setting up your autoresponder. So we've gone through many ways in which you can optimize your page. You might also like to pin posts to the top of your page. I wouldn't advise you do this in the long term, but if you decide you want to have a post that's pinned to the top for a period of time, maybe you're running a competition, you've got a particular special offer, or you've introduced a new service or feature within your business, then by all means, pin that bit of information to the top initially, just to make sure for a period of launch time that that's the first thing that people will see, especially on the mobile device where it's obvious it's the first bit of post that they see. So again, pinning posts is another way to optimize your page. We've covered defining customer journey, and we'll talk about that repeatedly throughout all the webinars on this platform. We've talked about the importance of the about page and how it constitutes the meta data and title. It's also worth mentioning at this point that your actual content, the posts, the text that you write within your posts also forms the metadata for your page. So again, don't be afraid to throw in keywords or phrases that you use repeatedly. Facebook and Google will crawl over your Facebook page and pick out those words and understand that this is not only one and the same business, but also a good quality and regularly updated business that talks about the same quality aspects or quality features of your business. We've talked about optimizing your CTA, the linked groups, gaining recommendations and reviews, and using Messenger. So let's head over to integrations then. Integrations are when another platform or another piece of software integrates with your Facebook page to provide a seamless opportunity for your users and audience to jump between one and the other. There are hundreds and hundreds of integrations out there, and so I've simply listed some of the most favorite ones, but certainly go and search those on the internet. Again, have the customer journey at the forefront. Is there an integration that will quickly, easily provide additional information or help them on their journey to take them somewhere new? So by all means, search that on the internet and find something that's going to work for your business. The first one that I'm going to mention here is MailChimp. MailChimp is an online platform or software that you can use to send out engaging, optimized email newsletters to your audience or to a list of subscribers. This is hugely valuable because it's worth remembering your Facebook audience is not yours, it's owned by Facebook. So in order that you are able to help those customers who are yet to make a decision with you or may have already visited you but want to stay in touch, help them to subscribe over to your MailChimp list, and then you are able to send out updated information that's guaranteed to land in somebody's inbox, bypassing the sometimes well, the algorithm that's beyond your control on Facebook, should I say. So MailChimp is an ideal one to integrate with your Facebook. It means then that if you integrate your MailChimp account with your Facebook, and you do this from MailChimp, then when they press the MailChimp tab down on the left-hand side, and again, as we've previously spoken about, you can adjust the order in which those tabs are visible to your users. So I would suggest that that's near the top because it would be a priority for your business. Then it brings up a section of your Facebook page which looks like your business. So you can brand that sign-up form. It's GDPR enabled. It looks great. It has your logo on it, maybe. It has the same colors. And also it gives them a little snippet of why they would like to sign up to your subscriber list. It's, again, great to incentivize. So maybe you can create an automation within MailChimp that allows somebody to get an immediate download, your top 10 tips for picnic ideas for days out, or your 5 favorite walks if you come and stay with us, etc. So incentivize them, or maybe call it your VIP list so that they are first in line to hear about special offers or new deals or features and services. So MailChimp would be one great integration that might be useful to you. Second one is TripAdvisor. There is an integration that you can access via your management suite on TripAdvisor that allows people to quickly and easily access your TripAdvisor account while they are on their customer journey within Facebook. So gives them instant access to your reviews. They can read, they can integrate. If TripAdvisor is their favorite review site, maybe they've already read a few reviews on your Facebook page, but they want to back that up with TripAdvisor, then this gives them the opportunity to hop over there quickly and easily. And the tab on your Facebook page will look TripAdvisor-esque. So it'll be clearly obvious that it's another brand and another business that they trust. And of course, for those people who maybe have bookable accommodation through TripAdvisor, again, this is yet another opportunity that you are providing for them to book. Free to Book, which is obviously an online platform that a lot of accommodation users use, also has an integration to provide a tab on the left-hand side, allowing them a live booking opportunity. You may already have Book Now as your blue CTA button, as we previously discussed, but there's absolutely no harm in having a free to book tab there too, if that's suitable for your business and you have accommodation, because everybody will search a Facebook page in a different way. Some people will access it via the desktop. Sometimes they will look at it on their mobile or their tablet. And so it might just give your customers or your users another opportunity to hop onto the booking phase of their customer journey at any time. So having that there would be really important. If you have an online shop, then again, Shopify, for example, if you use Shopify, WooCommerce has one. You have integrations that would allow you to, or if you have an Etsy shop as part of your business, then you would be able to have that tab or integration on the left-hand side of your page. And it again would give people the opportunity to hop along and buy from you. You may also want to integrate your other social media channels. You may want to direct although you don't want to actively direct people away from your Facebook page, it might be that Facebook is not their favorite platform and they really like Instagram. They're yet to discover you on Twitter. You can use integrations that mean that there is a tab on the left-hand side of your Facebook page that says Twitter or our Instagram, which allows your users to jump from one to the other. Again, it's just giving them maximum opportunity to enjoy their journey with you, to get as much information as possible. And if they decide that they would rather be seeing your business over on Instagram or Twitter, then you're providing them that opportunity. Quite often you have to use a third-party a third-party platform to allow that to happen. One of them is Woobox, which works great with Instagram. And finally, YouTube is another one. So what we haven't actually mentioned as part of the optimizing your Facebook page as a whole is you may already be uploading videos onto your Facebook page. That's great. Facebook love that. Facebook Lives as well, that's even better. But, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But you can make sure that you have created one of those videos as your featured video. So it'll be the first video that's available on a mobile app on Facebook, which is great. But also for those of you where you have started to upload your videos onto YouTube too and have a YouTube channel, then you can create an integration with your YouTube channel, allowing people to hop over to your YouTube and maybe subscribe there too, so that they are the first in line to see your videos as you upload them. So those are just some more ways in which you can optimize your Facebook page. So in conclusion, it's really, we've given you some ideas here, but it's really important to stay ahead of Facebook. Make sure that you are reading up, being aware of what Facebook are up to, sign up to some blogs to find out where Facebook is headed as far as business pages and groups are concerned. Find out from networking events and colleagues what's happening with Facebook, because they are an innovative company and they do introduce new features and benefits all the time. So it's worth staying ahead and making sure that you're maximizing your opportunities on Facebook. And also make sure that you're keeping everything fresh on your page. Rather like Google, Facebook likes to see things that are regularly updated. So update your cover picture, reorganize your tabs, provide a pinned post every so often, refresh your featured video, make sure that you're best categorized, and also ensure that your about absolutely has the best and most up-to-date version of your business. So that is part one of our Advanced Facebook. I hope it's been useful, and part two comes next.